Hey, konnichiwa, minasan, it's Gray from Okazashi's Tea House home in Japan. How are you doing? Are you good? Are you genki? I hope so. I'm pretty good, thanks. Thanks for asking. Okay, now, before I get on to my little bit late Batman issue 1 review, let me give you a little bit of the publication history. Here we go, History with Gray. Okay, now this is taken from my WordPress blog, which is called Wakizashi's Tea House blog. I published it today, Monday, September 8th, 2025. Here we go. So as you know, on September 3rd, 2025, DC Comics relaunched the Batman comic with a new issue 1. It's only the 4th time that's happened since the spring of 1940. Batman Volume 1 ran for an incredible 713 issues, as well as many annuals and specials, and so on. Batman Volume 2 began in September 2011 as part of the DC Comics The New 52, a company-wide revamp and relaunch of all its ongoing monthly titles. Writer Scott Snyder and penciler Greg Capullo were the main creative team for this run, which lasted for, surprisingly, 52 issues. Okay, let's have a quick look at the covers for Volume 3 and Volume 4 issue 1s before we continue. Remember Rebirth? I know I do. I jumped back on board buying comics with Rebirth. Batman Volume 3 began in June 2016 as part of the DC Rebirth relaunch of all their monthly comics. Tom King took over as writer on Batman and his run lasted for 85 issues. He had planned a 100-issue run, but his time on the title was cut short due to a significant drop in sales, especially after issue 50 and the ridiculous Batman-Catwoman wedding debacle. James Tynion, or Tiny Onion, took over as main writer from Batman issue 86. He penned the issues 86 to 117. Following Tynion's run, writer Joshua Williamson wrote a 7-part story from issue 118 to 124. Then, in September 2022, writer Chip Zdarsky took over as main writer from issue 125. At 2024's New York Comic Con, it was revealed that writer Jeff Loeb and artist Jim Lee will be taking over the monthly Batman title for a sequel to their 2002-2003 story arc, Batman Hush. It was going to be called the very original Hush 2, starting with issue 158 in March 2025. The creative team announced an initial 6-part story for Hush 2, which would be followed by a concluding 6-part story in 2026. But, as of writing this post, only 4 parts of Hush 2 have been published. Issues 158, 59, 160 and 161. Readers are still waiting for issue 162, which is Hush 2 Part 5, which should have been released originally in July, but got delayed, and now we're not even sure when it's going to come out. In February of this year, DC Comics announced that Batman will be relaunched for the 4th time with a brand new number 1 in September 2025. It was supposed to follow the conclusion of Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee's Hush 2 opening story arc. Instead, it debuted in the middle of it, right in the middle, so Batman readers were able to buy a brand new Batman issue 1 while still waiting for the delayed issue 162. You couldn't make this up, could you? Batman Volume 4 will feature main writer Matt Fraction and artist Jorge Jimenez. Okay, that's it for your history lesson. Thank God I hear you all cry. Let's get on with my Batman Volume 4 Issue 1 review. Okay, what do you reckon to this? This is the Mark Silvestri variant. Love this image. So, Batman Volume 4 Issue 1 was written by Matt Fraction. It's got art by Jorge Jimenez, colours by Tomeu Morey, letters are Clayton Cowles. The main cover A is by Jorge Jimenez. There are quite a few different variant covers and, of course, incentive covers. $4.99 for this, and it was released Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Okay, so first of all, let's have a brief catch-up. Gotham City, September 2025. Jim Gordon is now a beat cop working the streets with the GCPD. Vandal Savage is the police commissioner. Don't ask. Bruce Wayne is still Batman, but he's lost most of his fortune and the original Batcave. Alfred is still dead. Tim Drake is Robin, as far as we see in this opening issue. I don't know where Damian Wayne is, and Arkham Asylum is no more. Instead, we have Arkham Tower in the middle of the city. Here's my quick story summary. Killer Croc has escaped from Arkham Tower, attacked a fresh meat truck, and disappeared. Batman is called in to track him down. Croc's doctor tells Batman that Croc, or Wayland Jones, is going through some kind of transformation. He's shedding his skin and mentally regressing. Batman tells the doctor that people never change, not really. Just look at some of this art here by Jorge Jimenez. Fantastic double-page spread here. Batman flying through the city. Gotham City looks like a cross between, a Blade Runner city and, the Batman from Tim Burton almost. Commissioner Savage is announcing a new division of tactical urban combat officers to assist the police. He says that Batman's time will come. Batman is driving the Batmobile and a ghost like Alfred is sat next to him. They're talking and you get the impression that this is all in Batman's head. Or it might be an AI version of Alfred, although writer Matt Fraction has apparently denied this. Batman's tuned into the police radio and he hears a call and goes to the aid of two young women in Robinson Park. They're being chased by a gang of young men known as the Creeps. Batman takes down the gang with both the Batmobile and his fists. As he calms the two women, a rare butterfly leads him to the Gotham Natural History Museum in the same park. It's very quickly clear that Killer Croc is inside, as Batman follows a trail of meat and destruction. Inside the museum, Batman quickly locates Croc. The Dark Knight is ready for a fight, but surprisingly, Croc doesn't attack him. Croc is sat down, staring at a large T-Rex. Batman removes his cowl and sits beside Croc. They talk and Croc is talking like a child. He's complaining that his head is bad and he can't think. Croc's doctor arrives and gives Croc a toy dinosaur. She asks him to come back, come home. Let me help you. Croc agrees, and as he's leaving, he turns back and gives Batman the toy dinosaur. Who help you? He says. Batman takes the toy dinosaur back to his new, smaller Batcave, located underneath Pennyworth Manor. He puts the toy T-Rex on a shelf. Some trophy. Then he gets an emergency call from Robin, who asks Bruce if there's anybody on the police force they're friendly with these days. I don't like the sound of that, says Bruce. The final page shows Robin, it's Tim Drake by the way, with his hands up and two GCPD officers pointing guns at him. Here are my thoughts on the issue. I was initially blinded by the beautiful art by Jorge Jimenez, and it is gorgeous. So are the colours by Tomeu. When I reread the story, I felt it was pretty basic overall, especially for a brand new #1, which you expect to really grab you and excite you. Yes, there's always going to be a lot of setup in a first issue, but there were no real big wow moments in the writing, aside from the art for me anyway. The whole Croc with a toy dinosaur plot felt a little bit dumb on first reading, but after a reread or two, I enjoyed the scene a lot more. Particularly the heart-to-heart that Bruce has with Croc, where you feel that Croc is asking Batman, who's going to help you? Like, who do you have? The design of Croc is a bit weird though, as he seems to have way too many big teeth. They look uncomfortable. Ghost Alfred would take a bit of getting used to, but I'm not against the idea. I'd rather have the real Alfred, but what can you do? I'll be giving this at least 3 issues. I'm a big Batman fan, so I'm probably going to keep buying it. Anyway, I'm hoping for better things in the next issue. My score for Batman 2025 issue 1 is 7 out of 10. These two variants on the left, it's a J. Scott Campbell cover, where it's kind of cut off the top of Batman's head, but there's a nice focus on his golden utility belt there. And the one on the right is by Gabriel Delotto. Very kind of gothic looking image, very grey like me, and bats in there. I like Batman's pose. Okay, that's been it. I do hope you enjoyed this kind of little mini history lesson and review. Do let me know what you think or thought of the issue in the comments. I always like to hear from you. And yeah, if you fancy watching another review, I'm hoping to have some more out this week. Not decided what I'm doing yet. If you're looking to support the channel, there's a YouTube membership system where I do drop exclusive members only videos, and I've also got a little Patreon site where I do some exclusive Patreon content on there. Okay, this has been it. Thanks a million, and I hope to see you very soon. Matane.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?